123.9, good day, Horizon 2183.
Lead Alpha, look for the traffic. We're approach runway 4, 6,500. Coming a mile and a half west of the field.
Runway 4 to approach, position altitude checks, thank you, radar contact, altimeter 3013.
3013, mile 4.
Approach Skyway 5623. We're descend via the Clash 2. We have Zulu going on flight level 240.
West 5623, Denver approach, good afternoon. Descend via the runway 35 left transition and expect a visual approach.
Expect a visual Skyway 5623.
Going to maintain 10,000.
90 vectors and 10,10,000, American in 84.
Southwest 2045. Traffic 1 o'clock and 3 miles. Company Boeing there for the parallel. Contact over tower 133.3. Good day.
Alright, going 33.3, we got company inside, Southwest 2045.
Gas 5479, cross Selby at 9,000, cleared visual approach, runway 35 left.
Cross Selby at 9,000, cleared visual 35 left, Gas 5479.
Gas 5176, descend to maintain 9,000.
Descend to maintain 9,000, Skywest 5176. Denver approach, Frontier Flight 268, 16,300, descending via the T-bar 135 left.
Certified 268, double approach, hello.
Denver approach, line 4, 1 minute, 10,000.
Attention all aircraft, parachute jumping in progress, descending at Longmont Airport, 10,000. Mile 4, just heads up, there's traffic about 6 miles southeast of the airport, inbound IFR, descending at 8,000.
Gas 5176, left heading 080 vector base, descend to maintain 8,000.
Left turn 080, descend to maintain 8,000, Skywest 5176.
American 884, turn righting 325, and it's at 35 left localizer.
25 to 25 left localizer, American 884.
Frontier 268, turn 20 degrees left vector sequence, descend to maintain 10,000.
20 degrees left, 10 to 10,000, Frontier 268.
Denver Scouts 5135, 141, descending via log.
Scouts 5135, Denver progress.
Gas 5479, maintain 170 knots or greater to diamond.
170 or greater to diamond, Gas 5479.
Gas 5176, drive 12 o'clock and 6 miles on the opposing dog leg is an Airbus there for the parallel. Airport 9 o'clock 10 miles, fourth field to say.
Field and traffic inside, Skywest 5176.
Gas 5176, cross heading 020, join final for visual approach, runway 34A.
Left turn 020 to join, clear for the visual 34 right, Skywest 5176.
American 884, report 1232, 3 miles.
Inside, American 884.
American 884, present heading to join final, cross Selby, outer above 9,000, clear visual approach, runway 35 left.
9,000, clear to ILS 35 left, American 884.
American 884, the ILS is available if you want it. Now you're cleared visual approach, runway 35 left.
Take the visual, I'm sorry, American 884.
Gas 5176, contact over tower 135.3, good morning.
Over to tower, Skywest 5176, good morning.
Gas 5479, contact over tower 133.3, good day.
For tower, good day, Gas 5479.
C210, Delta 1286.
Climb maintain, level 230. Skywest 5159, contact approach 120.8.
33, American 24-7, take care.
Out of flight level 235, and we have Zulu. 450, Denver approach, good afternoon. You can expect the visual for runway 35 left. United 450, Roger. We'd like to request the ILS for 35 left today, please. United 450, Roger. And going to be unable to ILS due to parallel traffic on instrument approach. We expect vectors for the visual. United 450, Roger.
Join cross Selby at or above 9,000, cleared visual approach, runway 35 left.
Heading 020 to join. Selby at or above 9,000, clear for the visual 35 left, frontier 268.
5702, Denver altimeter 3013.
Thank you.
1,000 and 210 knots.
Gas 5638, Denver approach at high mom, cleared RNAV Zulu, runway 34 right approach.
Hi, Mom, cleared RNAV Zulu 34 right, sky was 5638.
What are the parachute jumpers today?
Scouts 5702, the parachute jumping is at between your 1 and 2 o'clock and 10 miles. They're up to 17.5, so I'm just going to keep you north of that for a while.
Thank you.
Delta 1286, contact approach 120.8. Good morning.
120.8, Delta 1286. Good morning.
Skywest 5634, reduce speed at 230.
Reduce speed to 230, Skywest 5634.
The 88, Denver approach, good afternoon. Change your runway to send you as a 35 right transition and expect the visual approach.
5 right transition visual, Skywest 5088.
Turn 15 degrees to the right.
15 degrees right, Skywest 5702.
623. Approach Skywest 5623, saying 15.4 on the class 2.
Skywest 5623, Denver approach, plan 35 left.
35 left, Skywest 5622.
American 884, maintain 170 knots or greater till Diamond. Contact upper tower now 133.3, good day.
Good afternoon, American 84.
Defend maintain 13,000.
That's radio, sir.
United 450, amend your altitude for traffic. Maintain 16,000.
Maintain 16,000 now, United 450.
Approach afternoon, Skywest 5647, flight level 245, descending via the Nix 1, information Zulu.
Skywest 5647, Denver approach, good afternoon, change your runway. Descend via the 35 right transition, expect the visual approach.
35 right transition now, Skywest 5647.
Flight of 7 Golf X-ray for traffic, expedite your descent.
Expediting descent to 14,000, 7 Golf X-ray.
7 Golf X-ray, it's expediting to 13,000, 13,000.
13,000, 7 Golf X-ray.
Order flight 268, traffic 2 o'clock, 4 miles. On base, turning inbound shortly is an RJ2 at 8,500 there for the parallel.
Looking frontier 268.
325 to join, clear visual approach 35 right, Gas City 135.
Approach Skywest 5634 is descending via the flighty 1, 230, sign 210, high mom.
Gas 5634, Denver approach, hello. Predator flight 268, additional traffic 10 o'clock and 6 miles is an Embraer on base for the other parallel.
And looking for them, frontier 268.
Skywest 5638, traffic 12 to 1 o'clock, 5 miles straight in for the parallel frontier about 9,000.
Insight, go 5638. 4.5 descending on the logger with Zulu.
United 2377 to approach, plan runway 35 right, and maintain 280 knots or greater until advised.
Hello, hello. Have to fix this camera again. There we go. As long as I have the light bulb not showing, it usually works pretty good. All right. Alrighty. Let's figure out our flight plan. As usual, fly on PilotEdge. And we're right here at Portland, November 1399er. We're going to go from Portland to Boeing Field. So the weather is deteriorating, actually. It was VFR Portland about an hour ago, but weather's getting worse. The winds are pretty good out of the south, that Seattle area. So we can check out the weather for this cruise. Yeah, it's not too bad. The El Nino, whatever effect is happening, that's what that is. So quick route on to Portland to BFI. I'm guessing it's going to be bad the entire way. Yep. Ceiling is crap. Okay. So we got sim brief. I'm going to file the Portland 1 departure to Battleground to join the Olympia 2 into the Seattle area. We're going to file flight level 180. Passenger is just mainly weight. I'm not worried about that. So let's get the fuel I need. I can get my phone to open up. All right. So trip fuel. Is this the right airplane? Yeah, B350. So 730 plus 228, 504, and 200 are the ones I need. So I need that, and that because I put an extra 100 gallons as reserve anyway. Divided by 6.5, which is the weight of a gallon of jet fuel. So it's 256. So 256, that'd be 356, 256 is 128 by 50. We're gonna have lots of fuel for this trip. Altimeter is 3035. All right, taking off east, so we're gonna go with 10 left. The winds are calm. It's overcast, obviously. Boeing Field is landing. Oh, we're gonna plan ILS 14 right. The winds are pretty gusty, so it's gonna be an interesting approach down to probably minimums, or possibly minimums. So we'll get updated ATIS as we get there. So we're going to file the IFR. So we're B350 slant Gulf, 18,000 feet. We'll go ahead and file that away. And then here in about 10 seconds, that flight plan should show up. That didn't show up right. Let me redo it. For some reason it didn't add the Olympia. What the heck? Yeah, there it goes. So let me overwrite that. If I overwrite it, then it should update here as well. Give it a second for it to. Noel, hi, happy birthday. Following flight soon. BRB. Okay, no rush. I'm just getting the prep done. All right, now we got a working flight plan. So we get rid of that. Come back to the aeroplane. All right, so we need to get some fuel. All right, come over here, open up these doors. And I need a bunch of fuel here. 128. $128 per wing and $50 per wing auxiliary. Lots of fuel for today's flight. Check fuel for contaminant. Fuel is good. Check the oil. Need to add 50 gallons to auxiliary. This is my favorite airport. I'm doing all my favorite stuff today for my birthday. Favorite airplanes, favorite airports. It's all about me day. It's me day. Let's pop those out. Pop that out. Add another 50 gallons to this auxiliary tank. For an even 100.
2A is about the best we could do with the ride, but we'll.
I like the plane too, as you know. Yeah, this is my favorite plane. My favorite non-airliner, you know. I bet you know what my favorite airliner is already. We need 128 again. Do you know which airliner is my favorite airliner, Noel? Check the fuel. Add the ground power unit. Check the oil. Turn on the ground power unit. The one you flew just 2 days ago. Which one is that? I fly different airplanes every day. If you don't know the name of it, that's fine. I'll just tell you. It's the Flight Factor A320, the Airbus A320. That's my main, it's my all-time favorite aircraft. But currently, it doesn't work that well, if at all, really, in Vulcan. So I have yet to experience Vulcan, but we'll get there. Set up these controls here. Airbus, I don't remember which day that was then, but on the video. Yeah, I don't know. You'd have to link a video or something for me to know exactly which one you're talking about, or maybe you can describe, you know, do I fly United? Was it a FedEx plane? That might help, because I fly like 15 different airplanes, so to try to figure out which airliner, because I own 3 and I'm going to own 4 as of today, since that's going to be my birthday gift, another airliner. All right, we got 28 volts on external power. Battery should be at least 22. All right. So we turn on the battery. And then we'll do Gentai. External power is blinking, so we'll turn that on. Clear out these cautions, and we'll do a bus test. We should get Gentai lights here. You'll have 3 Gentai lights that will come on with this test. Yep, 3 Gentais, so that's a good test. We'll check our inverters. The inverters will remove the bus lights. That worked, and that worked. Leave them off until after engine start though. Turn on our lighting, seatbelt sign, nav light, tail light. Plane's coming alive. Do a fuel test, fuel cutoff. Make sure it cuts off the fuel for engine fire stuff. Which it did. Do the same with the right side. Turn the pumps back off. O2 is 100%. We'll arm the O2 and give the mask a test. And we'll check our warnings. Okay. Battery bus in the up normal position. Engine anti-ice coming on for ground operations. And it's time to load up. So we're going to go full flight, bring in all the people. Do the safety briefing for the passengers as we check out the emergency lighting. Make sure everybody knows what to do in case of an emergency. Turn on the baggage light. Baggage is secure. Door is secure. And close them out. Should be 28 volts across the board, which we do. Let's remove the chocks and steps. There's a Delta 7-3 to take off. Turn on our beacon light. And we are ready to start. Alright, so we're going to start engine 1. Since all of our passengers are on board and we're all ready to go. So we're going to kick on engine 1 here. For 16 and 2, and we'll introduce fuel. Low idle. Checking for hot starts, hung starts. Oil pressure is coming into the green. When the turbine is over 50, we can turn off the ignition. Ignition coming off. We need full power, so conditioner lever full power. Shut that window. And now we need to remove the ground power unit, so we're going to disconnect. Remove it from the side. Wait for that guy to disappear, and then reset Gen 1. So now we should have 0 external power and 28 volts on the left generator. Reason you have 28 volts on the left generator is because it runs off of this engine. So that engine is providing the power needed to start engine 2, whereas before the ground power unit provided the juice needed to start engine 1. So now we're going to start engine 2. (16N2) will add fuel. It's 14, 15, 16, low idle. Same thing, hot start, hung start, and oil. Keeping an eye on the ITT. We got rotation in the turbine. ITT's falling above 50, ignition coming off. Close that window. And we'll go ahead and reset Gen 2, Gen 1. Lower the prop RPM to 1100 RPM, and we should have 28 volts across the board. Got 28 on left, 28 on right. We'll leave it on triple fed. Flight plan I've already filed. Do another bus sense test, looking for 3 Gentile lights. 1, 2, 3, Gentile lights, reset. Get the pressurization system and environment going. Each bleed needs at least 11 psi, so we'll test the left one. Got 11. Test the right. We got an 11, so we'll turn on both bleeds. And environment to auto. I'll keep it right at a nice 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Gyro suction, pneumatic pressure is both in the green, so we're good there. And we're going to get our avionics going. So now that the engines are started, it is now safe to turn on your avionics. Otherwise, you could possibly damage your avionics. So, first things first, our bus lights are on, which means we need power. So we're going to turn on the inverters. Bus lights are now out. Turn on our EFIS switches. And now we're ready to turn on our avionics suite. So we go avionics and we'll turn on our radios. GTN is warming up. So get that going. We'll come down here to the autopilot, give that a test real quick. Do a light test. Lights are working. I'll put that on heading mode, pitch trim, rudder boost, clear out the caution, and we'll trim for a takeoff right there in the middle. Then we're going to set flaps for 10 degrees for takeoff. So flaps is set, trim is set, inverters are on, avionics are on. Turn on the coffee maker and furnace at this point, since we have plenty of juice going on. So we'll turn those on for our passengers while this finishes aligning. Check the E-lights. And we'll slave our gyros. Press mode one time on both sides. And I need to get our ATIS. We are here at, first I'm going to do a radio check because yesterday the radio was kind of weird. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is a talk around channel that PilotEdge uses. So you can use this to do your own radio checks, or you can also use it to talk to other people, kind of like just a talk around. So we're going to pop both COM 1 and COM 2, both 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going to do a radio check because yesterday it was weird. I had to restart the sim, so hopefully that won't happen. Radio check 1, 2. Radio check 1, 2, 3. All right, that sounds fine. So I'm going to put ATIS 128.35 on COM 2, 128.35, and we'll get ATIS.
LS runway 1011, runway 10 right approach in use. Simultaneous approaches to parallel runways in use. VFR departures contact clearance delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Notice to airmen runway 321 closed. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information uniform. Portland International Airport, ATIS information uniform. 1753 Zulu. Windcom. Visibility 10. Ceiling 2,800 overcast. Temperature 13. Dew point 8. Altimeter 3035. Arriving and departing runways 10 left, 10 right. ILS runway 10 left and runway 10 right approach in use. Simultaneous approaches to parallel runways in use. VFR departures.
I got everything I needed off of that. So we're current with uniform. Pressure is 30.35, so we'll knock up our altimeter. 30.35, we'll come over here, we'll do the same thing. And then we'll compare with the elevation of Portland. Portland is 23, so we're right on the money. And our heading, we are facing, well, let's just make this easy. Hit that. We are facing 194, so you could double check that up here. So all the avionics seem to be lined up correctly. And now we need to go to clearance and delivery, which is Portland, I believe. be 120.12. Let me double check. So Portland clearance 120, 125. So we'll flip that over, and ground control is 0.9er. So we'll get ground set up here. 21.9er. All right. So we are current with uniform, and I filed to Boeing Field. Portland 1, Olympia 2. Afternoon, Portland clearance, King Air 1399 at Atlantic with uniform, IFR Boeing Field.
King 1399, Portland clearance cleared to Boeing Airport. Portland 1 departure, ready vectors to battleground, then as filed. Maintain 6000. Expect flight level 180, 5 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 124.35, squawk 2625.
Cleared to Boeing Field, the Portland 1 departure, radar vectors, battleground as filed, maintain 6000. Expect flight level 180 within 5 minutes of departure. Departure 124.35, squawk 2625, 1399er.
Is that correct?
Alright, so we got the flight plan that I filed, so that's why you don't say
San Francisco clearance, Delta 582,
when you call in your clearances, you don't say as filed at the end, because sometimes you don't always get what you filed. So we're going to switch to ground control, and tower is 18.7. So 18.7 on the standby.
Clear to Los Angeles via the stick for departure, eBay transition, Dennis filed. Climb via the SID, sub maintain 10,000, departure 135.1, squawk 6304.
And we're going to squawk 2625.
November 1, Bravo Whiskey, taxi to parking via Alpha, monitor ground, we'll see you.
And we are cleared
taxi
to
via Alpha to parking
6,000.
and monitor ground. Thank you for your help.
No problem.
Tucson approach, citation, November 8th.
So flight plan.
25 miles southwest of Tucson. Information.
Do we have a Portland to? Yeah, we do. So activate. So we're gonna do Portland 1 from 10 left. So we'll load that. And then this is Battleground to Olympia 2 for 14 right, I think.
Say again, sorry, 88 Micromeo.
Yeah. Is that? Oh, actually the approach is not in there yet. That's fine. So that's all good.
Straight in for 29er right, 8 Micromeo, thanks.
So we'll do an auto ignition check. So we'll turn those on. And we'll lose these 4 lights when I add power. So that was a good check. Turn on our windshield anti-ice to low, which is normal. We'll do auto test for our prop auto anti-icing. So you can turn it back off and go back to 0. We'll do a surface de-ice test. So for this we need conditioner levers full forward. You need mucho power to do this one. Then we can hold down the manual. Now it'll give us a wing de-ice and then a tail de-ice. Back off our conditioner levers back to low idle. Now we're going to do a ground idle test. So we're going to, it's like a governor check. So we're going to do a ground idle stop. So we're going to hold that button. Bring the RPMs up to about 1500. And then without moving the throttle back, it should lose RPM. So I'll let go of the switch. See, I'm not moving the throttle and it's going back to idle. So that was a good test. Now we'll do an auto feather test. So we'll hold that. Same thing, 1500, except now we're going to look for AFX lights. So I'll bump this up to 15. I let go. Let's try that again. All right, 15. We got AFX lights. Now we're going to do a feather test on the left prop. It's a good test. Now we'll do a feather test on the right prop. All right.
One Bravo Whiskey Roger, if it's quick, you can ask that on frequency. If it's something long, ops@average.net is the email.
Roger that, thank you.
Okay. So now we just need to arm the auto feather since that works. Cabin pressure check. We're at 0 feet basically, so we have to do 500 less than our current altitude. So we're gonna bring it down to negative 500. This test should give us about 800 to 1,000 foot per minute descent, which it does. So we're all good there. And we filed flight level 180. So we're going to set for 1,000 above with a 500 foot per minute cabin climb rate. Our fuel is plenty. We're running off of auxiliary right now, but otherwise that's our flight fuel, plus our reserve to go to an alternate if need be. So we need to do a EFIS test. Press and hold for 7 seconds, this little button right here. You'll see it go through the series of tests. Now we need our lighting for taxi, so we're going to do taxi, reco, and we'll turn on I'll leave those off for right now. Let's see. I'm going to add these to a different part. Let's make this.
Contact tower 118.3.
Over to tower, 8 Mike Romeo, see ya.
I don't want to turn on the pitot heat right now, just because it's you'll extend the life of it, but the elements are not on right now. So let's get our current ATIS.
Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information uniform.
Still uniform, so nothing's changed. Put that on FMS. We'll put nav data, which is right here. We'll change that to wind direction. I prefer that personally. And then we're monitoring guard on COM 2. I'm going to put the prop into beta mode. Need to squawk mode Charlie before you call for
approach, Walker 30,
taxi, and we'll do a windshield wiper check.
Walker 206, Aspen approach, altimeter 3037, advise when you have information whiskey. Descend and maintain 16,000, expect visual approach, runway 15.
We'll advise when you have whiskey and I'll descend and maintain 16,000, Walker 306.
Alright, I'm on ground and
Delta India Hotel November Foxtrot, change to advisory frequency approved.
It's not much to the departure. It's pretty much just a radar vector. So like go to departure and SID Portland 1. If I get this to load. So we're just going to do a heading of 103 to 500, and then we'll get vectored to Battleground VOR, which is right here. So he'll either assign me a heading or he'll just tell me to to take off, and if he tells me to just take off, then we have to fly 103. So that's our departure. Pretty simple.
Aspen approach, Walker 306 has whiskey.
Walker 206.
So we got 103. There we go, 103 is set. And we are at signature. Let me get turned around here. Turn the brake off. Do a left turn here, a Louis. Traffic Global always takes off the wrong way. That's AI, that's not a PilotEdge guy. But I'd rather have a live and breathing airport than a stagnant one. So even though these guys are going to the wrong runway, it's alright. Gives me a living, breathing airport. Alright, we are with uniform, I think. Let me check one more time.
Portland International Airport, 8 disinformation uniform. 1753 Zulu. Windcom.
Parking via Alpha, monitor ground, 8 Mike Romeo, we'll see you.
Portland ground, King Air 1399, Atlantic, current with uniform, ready to taxi.
King Air 1399, Portland ground, runway 10 left at Tango, taxi via Alpha Tango.
10 left to Tango via Alpha Tango 1399.
Walker 306, fly present heading, descend and maintain 14,000, vector for approach.
Fly current heading and descend and maintain 14,000, Walker 306.
So I'm going to have to turn off Traffic Global if these guys haven't taken off by the time I get down there. Otherwise, we'll be taking off in the same path, which would be a no-go. We'll do our flight control surface checks. We got airline, both sides are good. You're free and clear. All of our temperatures are in the green. Everything looks kosher there.
Walker 306, descend and maintain 13,000, airport 10 o'clock and 13 miles, report on site.
Altitude is armed, heading is armed.
Down to 13,000, Walker 306. And did you give me a different heading?
Walker 306 for now, present heading.
Gear up, Alaska.
Roger, present heading.
San Francisco ground, Delta 582, Spot 5 Bravo, taxi with Juliet.
Delta 5 reduce on
Alright, we are trimmed for takeoff, flaps are set for takeoff.
01 left via Alpha Mike 1, Delta 582.
The winds are calm, so no wind to really
approach, Walker 306 has the
think
airport
of.
site.
Walker 306, turn left heading 170, clear visual approach, runway 15.
Left 170 and cleared visual, runway 15, Walker 306.
And I can hear the second guy taking off, so we should be safe without having to, yeah, there he is. Without having to actually turn off Traffic Global. Should be able to take off, no problem. So Echo is holding short of runway 21 up here. So we're going to turn on our pitot and stall warning now.
Walker 306, contact tower 118.85.
0 left.
118.85, Walker
Do
306.
engine anti-ice off for takeoff. Do landing lights and strobes on. Take the props out of beta mode. Prop sync needs to come on.
Walker 306, visual 15.
Walker 306,
And we are ready for departure. Except I need to switch to tower, so 18.7. Departure is 24:35. 24:35. And we are holding short 10 left, not full length. So if you're not full length, you have to say the intersection that you're at, which in this case we were assigned. Portland Tower, King Air 1399, holding short 10 left at Echo.
King 1399, Portland Tower, turn left heading 060, runway 10 left at Echo, clear for takeoff.
Left turn heading 060, 10 left at Echo, clear for takeoff, 1399. Alright, conditioner levers full forward, and we're going to be making a left turn to 060. So that would be 060.
26, change to
0.
frequency approved, report cancellation of AFR in the air, this frequency, on the ground 122.2.
We'll add in some RPM.
Auto feather lights on. Airspeed alive.
Gradually add in the torque.
582, short of 1 left, ready for departure.
Delta 582, San Francisco Tower, runway 1 left, clear for takeoff, wind 130 at 9.
01 left, clear for
V1
takeoff,
or rotate.
V2.
Positive rate.
Positive rate.
Gear coming up. And you gotta wait till 400 feet before you can make a legal turn. 400 feet above the ground. So there we go, passing through 400 feet. So we're gonna make a left turn. Gear is up, flaps are up. I'm gonna reduce the prop out of the red. Coming up to 900 feet, 160. So about 170 knots, I'll go to climb mode, coming up to 170. So we're going to click climb, and now we'll be in climb mode up to 6,000 feet. We are in the muck, so we'll go ahead and turn off our landing lights, taxi light, and Rico light. Gizmo, how you doing, buddy? On board, nice to see you again, Gizmo. Yep, today is my birthday flight, Gizmo. I'm doing all my favorite airplanes and all my favorite airports today. So I'm doing my King Air
1399, contact departure.
over to departure 1399. So 12435. We're on the Portland 1. Portland departure, King Air 1399. Portland 1, leaving 2,900 for 6,000.
King 1399, Portland departure, air contact, clear direct, Cougar, climb and maintain 15,000.
Clear direct to Cougar, climb maintain 15,000, 1399er.
Walker 306, proceed into the ramp, this frequency, have a good day.
Let's do
Proceed to the ramp, this frequency, have a good one, Walker 306.
left
Delta
turn.
582, contact, local departure.
So we're heading north.
Departure, so long.
King 1399, traffic, 12 o'clock, 5 miles westbound, altitude indicates 4,500.
Currently in IMC for 1399er.
Roger.
He said to 15.
Delta departure, Delta 582, 3,300, climbing
So
via the
let's
stick 4.
do
Delta 582, local departure.
flight plan, direct to Cougar, We'll
Flight
activate
level 190 Delta 582.
nav, turn toward our waypoint here. High enough now, we can turn off the auto ignition, the auto feather. Yaw damper is on and verified. Shouldn't be any icing to worry about. It's 45 degrees. No icing, even though we're in the clouds. And we'll leave the seatbelts on for a moment. Cabin pressure should be climbing. It's climbing. All right. It would be a long day for me if I did this. What do you mean, like flew all of your favorite airplanes and airports? Is that what you mean? Because my favorite airplanes, I only have 2 at the top of my list, so I'm going to plan on doing 2 flights today. This one is my second favorite, or actually it's the favorite airplane out of all my GA aircraft. And you know, my favorite airliner is obviously the Flight Factor Airbus A320, and that one I'll be flying this evening. I'll be flying that in a group flight with my Allegiant virtual airline that I'm a member of. So they too are doing a birthday fly-in, not for me, but for them, because it's their 1-year anniversary today from when they started Allegiant Virtual. So it's kind of fun that I'll be taking part in their birthday bash as well as on my birthday. So I'll be flying the A320 Allegiant style this evening. We're going to be flying out of Las Vegas to Los Angeles. So should be a good time tonight. That starts at about 6:30 my time. Six. Get some blue sky.
Skyhead 26, then sent IFA cancellation received, pass the Sky 2, we'll see you.
To climb out of the muck. Affirm. Yeah. So what do you got going on this weekend? You have any plans? I guess I won't be doing a visual approach into Boeing Field. The minimums, let's see what the minimums are. You fly region tonight. I heard what you said. Will that be streaming on or video for another day? No, I won't be streaming that tonight just because there's too many other streamers that stream on Friday nights. So like I'm lucky to get even a bot to watch my evening streams. So I've pretty much all but given up on any night streaming that I used to do just because no one ever shows up.
Contact Seattle Center 126.6.
Seattle Center 126.6 1399. So we'll switch that over.
Delta 582, contact Oakland Center 127.
So you know, every once in a while, if I want to showcase something or if there's something really fun going on, then I might stream at night if I know there's going to be someone that wants to watch it. But unless someone says, hey, I'll be there for your flight tonight, I'm not going to stream it. But if someone were to say, hey, I want to watch, then I would stream it. But like Gizmo, for example, he's in Germany, so it's like 3 o'clock in the morning for him for my evening flight, so there's really no point. Seattle Center, King Air 1399, 13,200 for 15,000.
King Air 1399, Seattle Center, climb and maintain, flight level 180.
Climb maintain, flight level 180, 1399. So, you know, like Gizmo is overseas, so it's too late for him to watch any of my evening streams. And I know you usually are, you know, go to bed early, so I don't usually stream in the evenings anymore. The only reason I'm streaming today is because it's my birthday. I mean, I streamed yesterday, so I only have like 2 days that I have a streaming schedule for nowadays. All right, there's no turbines up here, so we're going to turn off the seat belts. And our passengers can take out some tables. Seatbelt sign is off. I did that too fast. There we go. Go. Passengers are good. Passing through 15,000. Keep adding in torque as we climb. But you will be joining them, the others, where they are going to fly, and you with them. And I'm not far but late for us, as you know. Yeah, I know that you won't watch at that time of day, so I don't bother streaming. Like I said, you know, if someone said, hey, I want you to stream it, then I would stream it. But I just don't have enough of a following that, you know, they would request an evening stream. And during the day, I have the best chance of having people join the stream for me to talk with. In the evening, it's eating up my performance because my video card has to handle the SIM, and it also has to handle all my monitors, and it has to handle the process of streaming. Back this down to standard. So, you know, I get better performance when I don't stream, and with just a bot, whoops, it's really no point for me to do it. But yes, to answer that other question, the guys that I'll be flying with, we will all be in a Discord, the Allegiant virtual Discord channel. So we'll all be chatting with one another while we're doing our flights. So I'll have people to talk to tonight. I just won't stream it because there's so much going on anyway. But naturally, if you or someone would say, hey, Dave, I would like to watch you fly tonight, then I would. But everyone, like I said, is overseas and such. So we're going to move our prop down to, let me see here, increasing our speed. So we're going to move our prop down to 16.5. Bring down the torque to about 87 or so right now. Bring our conditioner levers down to low idle for cruise. And we're going to be doing the Olympia 2 into Boeing. So we're doing a Newberg transition from over Olympia, radial 22 to Lacey, then radial 22 to Arvid, then to 4th, thence landing at Seattle, BFI, north-south. So we're going to be landing south. We're going to depart 4th on a heading of 343 for vectors for final. So depart 4th. So we're going to go this way from 4th, and top turboprop, we can expect 12,000 at Olympia. That's for turbojet. So I'm going to put in 12,000 for Olympia. So we'll come over here, go to flight plan, and we'll put 12,000. Enter. We're going to do at and save. That will give us top of descent. By default, it descends at 1,500 feet per minute. So we're going to plan on 12,000 feet at Olympia. So that gives us TOD, top of descent, 8.5 minutes. And he'll probably assign that altitude for us. Okay. Bring up the weather for BFI. Looks like we got some stuff going on here, so we'll turn on our window defog. That also could mean icing, so we'll keep an eye on the icing up here. I'll turn on the auto for prop de-ice, which should be in the amps here, which it is. But yeah, there's a big fly-in tonight out of Las Vegas, and I'm going to fly to LA. And then tomorrow night is the X-Plane Learning Center's group flight that I'm sponsoring. And we're going to probably have about 4 or 5 guys hanging out for that one. Let me see if any more people have signed up for that. So tomorrow night we're meeting up at Nantucket.
Flight of 654 Bravo, Boise ground, runway 10 left, taxi via Alpha Whiskey.
And looks like we have 4 going. So we'll have 4 or maybe 5 people for that group flight tomorrow. And we're going to be flying around the Boston area from Nantucket to Providence, I think, and Block Island.
And good afternoon, Denver Center, Allegiant 354, flight level 350. Allegiant 354, Denver Center, roger.
All right, we need to figure out the landing. So the weather at Seattle is around 13 on the altimeter. So we got .13. So let's say 300 plus the airport elevation. So 320 is what I need to set the cabin altitude when we descend. And our approach be ILS 14 right. The minimums for that is 290 radar. So we'll set a decision height for 290 right here. So that's our minimums for the, so we have to see the airport, or at least the runway or lights to the runway by 290 feet. Otherwise we have to fly the mist. And to fly the mist, if we need to, let's see here. We switch to heading for a moment. Switch this to VOR, and we need a final course heading on 135. So let's bring that over to 135 for the ILS. There's 135. So that's set. And we'll go back to FMC, back to nav. There we go. Took a second. How much time do I got left on this? 2 minutes. So he'll descend me
654 Bravo, Boise Tower, runway 10
soon.
left, cleared for takeoff, wind calm.
So if we go missed, if I don't see the airport within the right amount of time, then you have to call missed approach. And that would be climb on the localizer. That's what the IBFI means, as depicted right here. ILS, I, BFI, so that's ILS. So climb on the ILS southeast course to cross OZIS at DME 3.9. So that's probably already in here. Actually, approach 14 right. We'll do vectors. We'll load it. So less than 1,500 feet of altitude at OZIS, and then we have an intercept. So we can just use the GTN to fly this, and then we're going to hold at Blacko. So the main thing is this is 6,400 feet. Let me make sure it matches this. Climb, continue on hold to climb to 6,400. So we'll activate the missed approach if we need to, and we'll just reset this for 6,400.
Vertical track.
All right, so that's our top of descent. So I'm going to ask for a lower here if he doesn't descend me quick. Or I'll just tell him now. Seattle Center, King Air 1399, approaching top of descent.
King Air 1399, descend maintain 12,000, Olympia altimeter 3023.
Descend maintain 12,000, 3023, 1399. All right, so we're gonna descend to 12,000, just like depicted on that chart, and should be coming up to our top of descent like right now, 15 seconds. So we're gonna go ahead and hit that descend, take out some power, start our descent, and then we need to adjust the cabin altitude for the descent. So that's now going to be, what was it, 320. So there's 320. Cabin altitude is now descending. And we'll reset that 30. What the heck did he say?
And center, Allegiant 354.
Set it there for right now, and I'll get ATIS for Boeing. So ATIS at Boeing is 127,
354 Denver.
75.
I just wanted to report moderating trauma.
So on COM 2.
Legion 354, Roger. Do you want to try something higher or lower? I don't have any reports in that area.
Altimeter 3013. Arriving and departing runway 14 left, 14 right. ILS runway 14 right, approach in use. simultaneous approaches between Boeing Field and Seattle International. Expect aircraft above you on final. Read backhaul runway assignment and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact that you have information, Mike.
Alright, we got information, Mike. Landing ILS. It's all good there. I'll update Mike in a little bit. It was 3013. 20 point. Sometimes we go with 20.4 for Portland's approach, so I'll leave it there. Alright. Coming back down into the soup. Turn on our seat belts, and snack time is over. Seatbelt signs are on. Good to go. Lost connection. Checking way back at why back it seems. Did my stream lose connection, or did you lose connection on your end? Looks like the stream is fine on my laptop here. Alright, altimeter set, approach freaks are ready. I've done briefs on the approach, which, 6,400 feet for the missed approach altitude. So we're good on that. Coming into some moisture again. Temperature is 25. So we'll go ahead and turn on our other anti-icing measures. Engine anti-ice. So we'll turn on all the engine anti-ice, and we'll do window heat for high.
King Air 1399, contact Seattle approach 120.4.
Seattle approach 120.4, 1399. Alright, so we'll go to Seattle approach. I already got my ATIS, so we just have to ask for the ILS. Afternoon, Seattle approach, King Air 1399, Olympia 2, leaving, or I'm at 12,000, current with Mike, request ILS 14 right approach.
King Air 1399, Seattle approach, the Boeing Field number 3013, thank you for Mike, you can expect that.
Roger, I can expect that, 1399. Alright, we're going to add in some power so we don't totally stall out here. Nice cruddy weather.
Lattice 654 Bravo, clear direct roar. Clear direct roar, Lattice 654 Bravo.
Okay. Cabin pressure is descending good. Sync up our heading bug. Alright, so we have a runway. Actually, this doesn't always give usable length. So we can come over here and look at 14 right, 9120 for usable.
Air 1399, fly heading 010, vectors ILS from my 14 right, final approach course, descend to maintain 5,000.
Fly heading 010, descend to 5,000, vectors for final approach course, 1399. Alright, that just totally confused me. Alright, 010.
1377, Salt Lake Center.
010 heading, and we'll go down to 5,000. So we'll descend. And then I also want to switch this to ILS, and then we'll put in the that other thing. Hey, thanks for the cheer bits there, Noel. 100 bits, thanks. Can't change weather, but I can cheer today. You can't change the weather. Yeah, right. No, I like the weather. I'm flying into my favorite airports. I mean, the weather just makes it interesting. All right, so that ILS was 9120. 9120 runway length. Oh, I'm on the wrong one. $91.20. We're gonna go with 13.8.
Los Angeles Center 133.2. We'll
altitude is 20. Pressure 3015. Actually, just changed. Temperatures 15. Wind speed. Wind speed is 15. Wind heading is 190. All that. So we'll set those markers. VREF plus 10. And the frequency for the ILS 110.9. So we'll just pop that up there. Do we have it identified? Because the identified would be IBFI. That's not the right one that's identified. So we have to wait, like that's not identifying the right ILS. Plus you'll know by Morse code. So you could turn on the nav1.
Flat of 654 Bravo,
maybe not.
Center 133.25.
We'll try that again when we get closer.
133.2554 Bravo.
Alright. I believe I put in the approach already. Yep. ILS. Missed approach is fixed. Coming in to the Seattle Bravo airspace.
Salt Lake Center, the Haley altimeter 3030.
Of course, you don't have to worry about that when you're on IFR. I can't change weather, but I can shoot it. Oh, sorry, I just reread the same thing you had wrote. Right, so we're going to turn on our lighting because we might break out. I don't know. We'll turn on the ice light. We'll just turn them all on. And seat belts are on. All that's fine. Keep the speeds right around 220 knots.
Air 1399, say heading.
010, is that wrong? 1399?
No, that was correct. I think the wind's just blowing a little more east than I thought. King Air 139, turn left heading 340.
Left turn 340, 1399. Okay. So landing lights are on, seatbelts are on. And it's overcast at 1,300 feet. So we should break out by minimums. So we should be fine. Just can't see anything right now. Barely. By the way, if you can see the ground here, that does not meet the standard for minimums. You have to, minimums means you have to see the runway or the lights to the runway. So just because you can see ground doesn't mean you're cleared to land. If you look directly down, you have to see in front of you. So that's where the minimums are very critical. And usually I don't mess with minimums because most of the flights are VFR. Still not identifying the right ILS. You have to make sure you identify the right ILS. And it's 110.9, 135. So everything is set up right. So that's the ILS right there. So let's see, 2560. Boeing Tower is 120.6. Get that set. And I'm going to adjust the altimeter a little bit because it just updated.
About a 654 Bravo, clear direct Soldy, cross Soldy, at or above 11,000, clear on head Yankee, runway 31 approach into Haley. Air 1399, turn left heading 310.
Left turn 310, 1399. We got a 30 knot crosswind. That's crazy. We're being bounced around. You can really see the wing flex with 30 knot crosswinds. All right. Auto ignition, auto feather armed. Lights are on. Do we need icing still? Nope. So we're going to turn off all the icing. Maybe. Put windshield to low. Turn those off.
199, descend and maintain 2,200.
Descend, maintain 2,200. King Air 1399. It's going to be a sporty landing, as choppy as this weather is. Gonna be sporty.
King Air 1399, turn right heading 060.
Right turn 060, 1399. 060. Yep, broke out. Of course, it might still be fogged in over the airport, I don't know.
Roger.
Still not identifying the right frequency. Should be IBFI 110.9. It's so weird. There we go. Now it's identifying BFI. Now you know you're on the right ILS track.
Air 1399, turn right heading 110.
Right heading 110, 1399.
King Air 1399, it's 7 miles from ISOJ, maintain 2,200 until established in the localizer. Cleared ILS, runway 14 right approach.
Maintain 2,200 until established. Cleared ILS 14 right approach. King Air 1399. Alright, so we're going to intercept the localizer inbound. Now that we're identified. And then I'll reset the heading bug here. So reset heading. We'll arm approach. I'm going to go to flaps 10 degrees. And we're going to do conditioner levers full power, props full. Glide slope is active. Yeah, see, we're going to be taking this down to minimums. And minimums is for MSL purposes 308, so just say 310 to make it easy. And missed approach would be 6,400, but you can't actually go higher than 1,500 until after 3.9 DME. So I'll reset this once we get under 1,500 feet, and then we'll reset the missed approach to 1,500 because I don't want to climb too far out of it. With the crosswind, I'm going to go with 3/4 flaps. I'm not going to go full flaps because it'll bounce me around too much. We got a right crosswind, so I have to remember to do right aileron when I land. So you keep the wing into the wind. And then we'll be making a left turn. Alright, here comes the glide path.
King Air 1399, contact Boeing Tower 120.6.
Boeing Tower 120.6, 1399. 20.6. Do gear down. Boeing Tower, King Air 1399, establishing a localizer 14 right.
King Air 1399, Boeing Tower, runway 14 right, clear to land, wind 20010, gust 20.
It's going to be sporty. 14 right, clear to land, 1399. Alright, so I'm just going to reset this now so I don't forget. So that is as high as we can go initially if I go missed. And my flaps, we're going to do about 3/4, not all the way. Good old Seattle. we should be okay. I guess we'll find out.
$1,000 feet to minimums.
We're gonna keep it in until I see the airport. So the wind's coming from the right, so 200, yeah. So we're gonna crab in. All right, I've got the runway.
500 feet to minimums.
So I'm gonna turn off this autopilot when we get to about 300. So we can fly it the rest of the way in. It's gonna be interesting. Gears down, 3 green. All right, autopilot off. Keep this crab in. So you have to fly sideways, and then you, as they say, you kick the rudder over. Freaking autopilot flies better than I do.
Minimums.
You want to stay on the right side of the runway. And we'll go to flight idle.
100 feet.
Flight idle. Coast it down here.
Props full. Props full.
Reversers on. Keep the right aileron, as you can tell, so you don't get too messed up. I hit the wrong rudder side. All right, reversers off, and we're going to exit here on Alpha 8. Kind of messed up by trying to show you how to keep the aileron into the wind. Hit the rudder wrong, but it's all good. All right, where am I going? Boeing Tower, King Air 1399. Looking for signature.
Air 1399, cross runway 14 left and Alpha 8. Taxi parking via Alpha, Ministry. Good day.
Cross 14 left and Alpha 8, Alpha to the ramp with you, 1399, we'll see ya.
Flight of 6.
Alright, so we're gonna do
Flight of 654
Beta.
Bravo, contact Haley Tower 125.6.
Bring this to low idle. Turn off that. And turn those on. Turn those off.
Tower, Pilot 654 Bravo on the RNAV.
Landing lights.
GPS 31.
Strobes off.
Flight of 654 Bravo, Haley Tower, runway 31, clear to land, wind 12010, gust 16.
Well, we made it down.
Yeah, we'd like to break off the
Sailing and flying, always great to follow you, yeah.
Proceed on a downwind.
Haven't done much sailing lately, but it's kind of similar. I mean, the airplane acts as a sail. And that's how I knew with that crosswind, you always put the ailerons into the wind, so it would have, you would do right aileron and left rudder to compensate for the crosswind landing. So you come in sideways, which is called crabbing, and then at the last second, I was putting in left rudder, a lot of left rudder, to turn the plane forward. At the same time, keeping the right aileron in with a little bit of a wind side wing tip down. So it's coordinated. It's basically a slip at the last second. So you can lose altitude pretty quickly doing it, but it's the easiest way to do it. Park over here at Signature. Call it a day. It's a plane up there. All right. Park and brake. Now do taxi light, reco light off. Turn off the seatbelt sign. Furnace can come off. We'll shut down the bleeds in environment. Environment off. Pressurization off. Take the prop out of beta mode. And we'll go ahead and feather the props. We need to turn off all the avionics before we do fuel cutoff. So we're going to do avionics off, EFIS off, power inverters off. And then we can do fuel cutoff. So do that. Engines are now stopping. Get my ending fuel here, which is 236. And we'll do a replay on the landing. We shall see you soon. Nice flight. Thank you. All right, so that's done. I'll show you the crosswind landing. So you do disconnect, so I don't show back up on the on their scope.
knots. Minimums.
See how the plane's coming in? Like you have to fly it sideways. You have to fly it sideways because you have to turn into the wind, and then you'll see the front of the plane kick. And I should have just waited to show you the aileron and how you handle it on this on the replay. So you'll see how I turn the plane forward, which is they call it kicking the rudder at the last second. So I'll start to point to the left. There I go. See, it's starting to point to the left, so that way your gears don't hit the pavement going sideways. So that's why you do that.
Props full.
So different vantage point. We'll do show you from the passenger point, and then I'll show you from the pilot how I was handling the controls for a crosswind. You can kind of tell the aileron is pointed up on the right side. That's because of the crosswind. So now you'll see what I do on the actual flight controls. So you'll see the rudders too. When I hit the, not hit the ground, but when I land, you should see left rudder input as I keep the wind correction on the airline.
100 feet.
See, I'm on the right side of the runway.
50 feet.
So I just went to flight idle, and then I'll be countering that with the right airline and left rudder. I don't think the rudder is going to show. Oh yeah, it is.
Props full.
So now I keep the right airline pointed into the wind with left rudder. And then I went too much because I was looking down, but so that's how you do a crosswind landing with the controls, if that helps anybody. It's kind of tricky, but once you've done it a few times, it gets easier. And there we have it. I capture that. Oh, cool. All right, y'all. Appreciate you hanging out with me today on my my birthday flight. So y'all enjoy the rest of your weekend. And I will be learning the Flight Factor Airbus A350 over the weekend. So hopefully by the end of next week, I will be able to stream that new airplane. So maybe look for A350 flight for, I would plan for next Thursday. Not a promise, but I'll plan on next Thursday to fly the A350. So y'all take care, and I will catch you next flight. Chase out. Y'all have a good one.
Approach Mile 4, 6,500. Only a mile and a half west of the field.
Mile 4 to approach, position altitude checks, thank you, radar contact, altimeter is 3013.
3013, Mile 4.
Approach Skyway 5623. We're descend via the Clash 2. We have Zulu going on flight level 240.
West 5623, Denver approach, good afternoon. Descend via the runway 35 left transition and expect a visual approach.
Expect a visual, Skyway 5623.
Going to maintain 10,000.
90 vectors and 10,10,000, American in 84.
Southwest 2045. Traffic 1 o'clock and 3 miles. Company Boeing there for the parallel. Contact over Tower 133.3. Good day.
All right, go on 33.3. We got company inside, Southwest 2045.